In this video, I'll share 5 reasons why you should buy the M1 MacBook Pro 2020 model with Touch Bar instead of the latest MacBook Neo. Reason number 1, and that's a better trackpad. The M1 MacBook Pro has haptic feedback on the trackpad, which is much better than the standard multi-touch trackpad on the MacBook Neo. This alone can make a big difference if you use editing apps that provide haptic feedback through the trackpad. If you haven't tried the haptic feedback trackpad on a MacBook yet, you should definitely give it a try. There are no actual buttons under this trackpad, it simply mimics clicks through haptic feedback. The M1 MacBook Pro trackpad is more advanced because it can detect how hard you press, while the Neo trackpad only detects regular clicks and gestures. Reason number 2 is the slightly better display on the M1 MacBook Pro. It supports P3 wide color and True Tone technology, while both of these are missing on the MacBook Neo. The M1 MacBook Pro is better for video and photo editing because of its more color accurate display. The MacBook Neo, on the other hand, uses an sRGB display, which is fine for web browsing and writing notes. Brightness on both displays goes up to 500 nits, but for proper video and photo editing, I would definitely go with the M1 MacBook Pro. Reason number 3 is the Touch Bar. While a lot of people may not like the Touch Bar, it still stands out even today. Most laptops look very similar, but the M1 MacBook Pro with the Touch Bar feels unique. I've been using it for the past few years and I've never encountered any glitches or issues with it. One of the best use cases for the Touch Bar is while taking notes or writing emails. If you make a lot of typos, you can quickly fix them using the suggestions on the Touch Bar, which is really helpful if you write a lot every day. Reason number 4 is better ports on the M1 MacBook Pro. It has 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports that support speeds up to 40 gigabits per second, while the MacBook Neo does not offer that. The Neo can only go up to 10 gigabits per second, and only one port on the Neo can be used for display output. While on the M1 MacBook Pro, both ports can be used for display. If you use external SSDs for storage, the M1 MacBook Pro is a much faster and better option. Reason number 5 is the backlit keyboard and Touch ID. The base MacBook Neo model does not have a backlit keyboard and there is no Touch ID either, which makes a noticeable difference. The M1 MacBook Pro offers both Touch ID and a backlit keyboard. Touch ID is not just for signing into the computer, it also makes things much easier when logging into websites that require authentication. You can simply use Touch ID to log in quickly. Lastly, performance-wise, the Neo is not significantly ahead. It is only a few points ahead in Geekbench compared to the M1 MacBook Pro. This is because the A18 Pro chip on the Neo is built on a newer 3nm architecture, while the M1 MacBook Pro is built on a 5nm architecture. But again, the Neo is only slightly ahead in Geekbench scores. The most important factor is the price. You can easily find the M1 MacBook Pro on eBay for around $400 to $500, while the latest MacBook Neo also costs about the same. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and which MacBook you are currently using. With that said, I'll catch you in the next one.